This is a Lynx XTERRAIN RE. Like all Lynx sleds, it comes in one trim level with no options. What you see is what you get. Luckily for us, its base trim level is basically full jam, so there's no worries. Last season I tested the Lynx RAVE or RAVE RE, and for anyone who watched that test ride, you already know I absolutely loved it. In fact, it was our sled of the year last year. I had literally nothing bad to say about it, and it quickly became a sled that when I had an opportunity to arrive, I beelined for. The RAVE RE has the number 3500 on the side. This is the track length expressed in millimeters. And when you translate that into North American, you get 137. The XTERRAIN has 3700 written on the side. When we translate that, we get 146. So clearly the XTERRAIN is a crossover sled, but I have really strong feelings about what a true crossover actually is. There's only two on the market that I think hit the nail on the head. Longtime favorite, the Polaris Assault, and the newcomer, Arctic Cat Riot. Yes, there are other crossover sleds out there, but they all do the one thing I can't stand. They lean way far over into the off-trail side of their split personality, and they usually do this by utilizing a more mountain-style, narrow, 38 to 40-inch wide adjustable front end. No matter what the brochure says, these narrow front ends negatively affect on-trail handling, some more than others, but no trail rider would pick one over a true trail sled. This XTERRAIN though, it has a 42-inch wide front end, just like a trail sled and just like the Assault and the Riot. And I'm here to tell you right now, it works awesome. In fact, before I did the length conversion on the track, I thought the XTERRAIN was a 137. Nothing about how it rode or in particular handled suggested otherwise. Its on-trail handling characteristics are fantastic. Just like the RAVE, it will lift its skis on command, but thanks to the extended version of its PPS3 skid frame, moving your body weight forward in the corners keeps the skis on the ground, which results in excellent outside ski bite and predictable cornering in all conditions. This is the same ultra playful feel I loved about the RAVE. And like the RAVE, the XTERRAIN's ergonomic package is laid out perfectly for both mellow cruising or aggressive riding and even off-trail exploring. And that's something I had to keep reminding myself about the XTERRAIN as I was riding it. I can head off trail whenever I want and it'll get me wherever I want to go. Its 146 by 2-inch lug Powder Max track offers excellent deep snow traction. Of course, its ultra high-end shock package, which includes KYB Pro 46 HLCR shocks with Kashima coating, are just begging to be pounded through the biggest bumps or launched off of pretty much anything you can find. This is a serious shock setup, the most serious in fact. Fully adjustable high and low speed compression and rebound all the way around give you the ability to tune things to fit exactly how and where you ride. Again though, like the RAVE, the base compression settings on these shocks is just a little bit too stiff for my liking. And with that said, I do understand that there's a small group of riders out there who want the stiffest valving possible. I'm just not one of them. The ride isn't bad, it's just not as plush as a Riot or an Assault. That's really the only negative thing I have to say about the XTERRAIN. I like how it looks, I love how it handles, I really like the power of the 850 ETEC under the hood, and I especially like how versatile and playful it is. The XTERRAIN comes with a couple extra features like these Explorer front and rear bumpers that add a little bit of durability and a pretty cool look. I guess the question that needs to be answered before we get to the end of this test is, how does the XTERRAIN stack up against the RAVE for on-trail performance? And the answer is a little bit surprising. At least it was to me. First, its handling may be a tiny bit less precise, but it's only a tiny bit. Second, its on-trail ride quality, I think, might actually be a tiny bit better on the XTERRAIN, at least in non-snowcross size bumps. And finally, it's even more playful and fun to ride with its light front end feel. It's basically everything I loved about the RAVE with more off-trail capabilities that are completely invisible on the trail. Like the Riot and the Assault, the XTERRAIN is a true 50-50 crossover. Is it the best in the industry though? Has it unseated the Assault from its throne? In my opinion, no, but it's so darn close, it's not really even worth talking about.